is your name?
You'll see, now I can hear you.
Oh, what is your name?
My name's Francis W. Gaines.
Where and when were you born?
Born June 5th, 1924 in Cambridge, Ohio.
And who are your parents?
Who's my parents? Parents were Louise Brown.
Okay. What about father?
Father, I didn't know too much about.
What about your grandparents?
Grandparents, had a grandpa, Joseph Wesley Hill, and I had a grandmother, Mary B. Hill.
Where were they from?
Well, so far as I know, my grandfather, he was from Elms Grove, West Virginia.
Now, you told me something about Madagascar.
Well, that's where my brother. That's where my grandmother's mother came from.
Who told you that?
Who told me that? That's what they told me. You mean you gonna take me way on back there? I'm just a kid.
It's hard for him to remember all those.
Yeah, Lord.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had 3 brothers and 3 sisters.
And what were their names?
Sisters, one named Jean, one named Betty, and one named Nadine.
And brothers?
And brothers, Junior, Junior and Freddie.
And they all grew up in Cambridge?
Well, that's where we was born at, Cambridge.
And you lived there until you graduated high school?
Beg pardon?
Did you go to high school in Cambridge?
I went to Browns High School.
Brownsville High School.
Brown High School.
That was the name of it?
Yeah, it's all students will ever do.
I didn't know that.
You didn't?
Nope. Never.
Central was down, then the next block up was Brown High School.
There was 2 high schools in Cambridge?
Yeah. Central High School, you mean Central didn't go all the way freshman year.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Things were so much different back then.
Yeah.
It's no comparison to what it is now.
Say what now?
Schools and things were all operated different back in the earlier times.
And what is your name, ma'am?
Martha Gaines,
And what were your parents' names?
Sylvester and Merle Knisley.
How long have you been married to Mr. Gaines?
We're headed toward our 47th wedding anniversary.
Oh yeah? When?
That'll be in February the 28th.
Well, I got a 28. What year was that? I'm not very good at math.
You'll have to answer that.
What's that?
We'll be married 48 years the last of this month.
Yeah.
He wants to know what year we got married in.
Well,
Whatever it is.
1953?
There you go.
What
If
year?
I had a paper and pencil, I could do better. That's right.
Well, what can you tell me about my father? What do you remember about?
But
Junior.
about your father? Well, you like him for the world.
Don't start no mess, Uncle.
Yeah, you'd like him for the world. So I tell you, he liked to go. I don't know if he liked to go or not.
I don't know that, sir. Just give him the history.
Just stick to the story. Just the same about me. No, I'm only kidding. Okay, now go ahead.
Yeah, he liked to go. From here and there, he had a partner. He had a partner, but he's a whole lot older than what he was. But they were 2 of a kind.
Who was his partner?
Well, his name was Lord.
You sure?
They called him Hop.
Hoppy?
Hop.
Was that here in Columbus or was
That's here in Columbus. Here in Columbus. And I tell you one thing, wasn't no place that they wouldn't go. Cause
They were free runners.
there were actually two bad men.
Mm.
what do you mean?
They didn't take no stuff. And they usually carried an owl head in their back hip pocket.
A what?
An owl head. You know what an owl head is, don't you?
No, what's
That's
that?
a gun. Okay. All right.
Well, they weren't trying to shoot people, were they?
Beg pardon?
They weren't trying to shoot people, were they?
No, they didn't. When you
They
go to
ran
them
up
places,
against any
you
trouble.
got to do nothing. Somebody could be bothering you. Says you might see, yeah. Well, I seen your brother. The place right around Broad Street. I didn't see him, but I heard about it the next day. Well, he was in this place, one place where you get your beer at, and there's a man behind, on the other side of the bar named, I don't think his name now. But anyhow, he got in an argument. Him and your daddy got in an argument. His name was Wally. He's in California, last I know. He left away from Columbus. But anyhow, they got in an argument, and Wally went to go down. You had to go down there to get something behind the bar. When he got up, your dad had a pistol in his face.
You did want him to tell all this history. Good and bad.
Yes, and that Wally wasn't no good from that time on. Now he'd stay. This was his home. He left out. He went some parts of California.
He left out.
Yes, he did. He came one time. He seen me. He took up and brought me a drink. He came here on a visit. And his brother, is the same way. He didn't take no stuff. You know what I mean? He didn't take no stuff now. You know, they didn't go to just bothering people. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, you run everything to go around the old joint now.
Yeah.
Yes, you
yeah.
can run a whole lot of stuff.
That's the environment of a place like that, you know, where there's, you know, people that might be drinking or people that might just be angry at somebody and runs into them in this place, and then there'd be trouble. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, okay? You know, all right, what kind of childhood did my dad have to have? Because he was kind of wild. He was wilder than Fred, wilder than his older brother, you.
Yeah.
What happened to him? I mean, what made him that way? And wasn't he in the reform school when he was a teenager? And I mean, what? Why?
Well, I can't tell you because I see you mean I was grown up. You mean and he was raised on up human there. I was gone out of Cambridge when I was 16 years old. Never looked back.
He went in the CC camp.
And he was around there. They called him Buck Wheat. You know, you were